YouTubers? Doctor Who, the Zygon Inversion. Pretty interesting stuff, yeah? Wow, just managed to watch it. Absolutely incredible stuff. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of Zygons. I think they're pretty shit. You know, silly men running around in fucking rubber suits and with silly teeth and the old electricity thing, right, get with it, you know. But, that being said, the actual story, the part 2 from last week, was absolutely very powerful stuff. Do you know what I mean? I know it's been in the papers about Clara firing a rocket and all that, but, you know, that was, nobody sort of knew about that. That was a week ago, you know, so they didn't know, so you can't blame them for that. You know, I've said, I'm not political or all like that, but that's just what I've been reading in the media. So we got on to, like, anyway, let's move on to the story. Really powerful stuff, as I said. I'm sort of a bit taken aback by it this week. Do you know what I mean? It was the whole thing with the 2 boxes that just blew me away. I mean, the rest of the episode is just running about, trying to figure out what they're going to do, and the Zygons are going to, like, start a war and turn some humans into Zygons and all this. You know, 20 million of them. Which sort of interesting, they're all pretty standard stuff, but the whole episode built in the Tower of London with Osgood, evil Clara Zygon, the Doctor, and wow, what powerful stuff that was. You know, the 2 boxes, you know, with the buttons. One that'll destroy them, one that'll turn the Zygons human, one that'll wipe them out, you know, the old, you know, blue and red button or whatever, you know. I've seen this scenario before, but it's not about that. What it's about is about where the Doctor took it. And I'll tell you something, our politicians could learn from that episode. Do you know what I mean? That was some really powerful stuff, you know, about how, you know, about who fires the first shot and for what reason, and the people that suffer. And no matter how far it goes and where it ends, you're going to have to sit down and talk about it if you want it to stop. And one side's got to learn to forgive. And I just found that really powerful stuff. And I thought Capaldi just nailed it beautifully for me. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, I've seen on Facebook, there's been a lot of debate about it, you know, about that moment in the room. And everything he said is just so true. You know, so like, and when he turned around and said every time I shut my eyes, you know, I see the screaming, you know, I see it. And he said, to me, you're like children, you know, you're like, so what, you get your perfect society, then what are you going to do about the next lot of bad guys that come along and oppose you when you've created the perfect society, you know, what are you going to do against them? You know, and the wheel keeps turning, you know. And he said you're all like fucking children. He was in that position, and he took back. But what I like when Brigadier's daughter, she stood back, she saw sense of it. But the twist was, the boxes were empty. Do you know what I mean? The boxes were empty, and that was beautiful. And what a twist! Loved it. And then he zapped it with sonic glasses, and that camera went off, and they all forgot about it, except evil Clara, which. She become like the other Osgood, and they were both together. I love Osgood. I hope she's the next companion. I think they're both, you know, Osgood, what a great character. You know, because for me, I'm a big unit fan. Do you know what I mean? And even, you know, evil Clara took up the thing of the other Osgood, and she, like, he really turned her around from what she was. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I suppose, you know, with the last couple of 2-parters, you've been part 1 seems to be better than part 2, but this time round, this was really good. You know, and it definitely got a very powerful message, you know. This is what I like about Doctor Who. This was a very intelligent episode. And I think this way it struck a chord with a lot of people. You know. And he's right, we are children. Do you know what I mean? With his wars and the rest of it. and he was so impassioned with it, you know what I mean? Well, it struck a chord with me today, you know. So I mean, anyway, that's my review of this episode. I'm just really touched. I've only just watched it, so I'm going on how I feel quite emotionally about it. But please bring the sonic screwdriver back. Moffat, you've done well this week. You've written a beautiful episode. Impressed. 5 out of 5. Doctor Who Zygon Inversion, excellent. Loved every minute of it. Please keep this up. But the storyline for this week was outstanding. So got it. You know what I mean? You nailed it, man. Alright, please share and subscribe. See you on the next video. All the best.